the original Friday Night Sports Blitz.
All right, welcome back to the Blitz. Okay, I think some of these teams might take for granted a little bit some of their home crowds, but Refugio, they didn't get a home game last year, so I'm sure they had to have been excited to be back tonight.
And I actually met with the coach and some of the players, and they were just hyped up just to be home. There's nothing like home. We always joke about a home sweet home. Take it away, Chris. Tell me a little bit about this game. I'm sure it was very intense from the sidelines.
Refugio ranked #1 in Class 2A. George West looking for its first win, paying Jack Sportsman Stadium a visit. The Bobcats welcome home. Jordan Kelly fighting his way in for the score. The Bobcats' first home touchdown in 2 years, and like you said, there ain't no place like home.
Look at that field. Look at those. They're excited. They're excited, Chris.
They are. Now here, Refugio going to come up with the sack. Desmond Brown there for the Bobcats. Oh, they were flexing that #1 ranking was Jason Herring's team.
Man, look at that. They got nice jerseys, too. Look at that.
They do.
Brand new
They're
everything.
slick. Then Caleb Hesseltine finding Elijah Bland. And, Refugio welcoming George West to town. They were a little rude awakening, going up 14-0 right away.
Ooh, rude is what we'll talk about later on with this score, Chris.
Exactly. Then Hesseltine finding Jason Moore. He was spreading it all over the field. Receiver, you get a touchdown. You get a touchdown.
It was like the Oprah of Refugio.
Exactly. Made it 21-0 at that point, and the Bobcats were not done. Still in the first half. Kelly this time gonna get it on the little dinker, and hey, he's still not gonna get him. Refugio goes up 28-0. They go on to cruise final 56-8 over George West in their return home.
It's like I tease this right now, Chris. Blowout after blowout after blowout. But up next, we have BEEVILLE Jones and Victoria West. The stands were pretty hyped up. This was the first home game of their season. We got Isaiah Gonzalez exploded down the middle for a huge 30-yard touchdown, 7-zip Trojans. Then West said, watch this bomb from Jeremiah Baldwin to DeAndre Fillmore for the 50-yard cannon and catch. The next play, Deion Green takes a handoff 15 yards to the house untouched. 7 up, so 7-7. Then up next, Gonzalez for the second time down the sideline. Adios, amigos. Hasta la bye-bye. Trojans regain the lead, 15-7. Trojans. This game was back and forth, but Victoria West does come back. Let's take a look at that final. 22-41, Victoria West Warriors take this dub. So it was a, East and West where Victoria, they, win some, lose some, but Victoria West, we won some.
Yeah, Beeville gave them a great game in that first half. Well, here, how about the rivals, Hebbronville and Freer? And in the first, Hebbronville's Eden Perez with the misdirection, faked out the cameraman, faked out the Freer defense, but he takes it to the house. The Longhorns go up 7-0. This was their first game of the season. They got COVID wiped out their game with Bishop last week. Well, here, Freer, they got a win last week, 65-0. Tonight was not that. They faced a little bit tougher opponent in Hebbronville. Longhorns getting the fumble, and then in the second, Nate Garza can't find anyone. You know what? I'm just going to take it to the house. He gone for the score. Longhorns go up 14-0. They go on to get the win over rival Freer. I think this game has now gone final. That says 20-6. The latest score I had, 33-13. Hebbronville gets it done over Freer. So, so there you go. That was kind of a close game. 20 points, I guess.
Y'all be the judge.
Not based
you guys
on
can be the judge.
Per se, but once you mentioned it, non-district, once we get into some of these district games, you'll see some closer ball games in these scores.
I really love that last highlight with you, though, Chris, with Hebbronville. When you get some of those games stripped away from you, these kids were already excited to get back on the field, but then, like you said, COVID had kind of wiped out a few of these games, but I'm sure the dog in them tonight was just unmatched.
And we'll kind of see that, maybe next week, too. We'll see San Diego had a game taken away due to rising COVID numbers in their district. They should, anyway, be back on the field next week against West Oso, so, we'll see how, that type game goes.
Keyword should. With COVID, things happen day by day.
And that's why we haven't been putting out the schedule early in the week, because you never know when a game's going to happen or when it's not. It's kind of like a little bit of a repeat of last year. Well, we've got all your scores coming up and a look at the play of the week, so stay tuned.
Action highlights coming your way right after this.